Hi, I'm Kittie Caracciolo, and I'm here to show you how I make my little evergreen Christmas wreaths. I'm starting here with a little circle base for my wreath. That's about 2 inches. I cut that with 2 nestabilities. I'm using the Martha Stewart branch punch for the evergreen, and I'm using glossy accents for my adhesive. I like to start by using 3 branches going in 3 different directions, 1 left, 1 right, 1 center, and then keep repeating all the way around. That's what helps make your wreath fill out to a nice fullness and look very natural. I like to use my paper piercer to hold down the little branches to adhere them to the base. It's an important tool to me. I use it for everything from picking up little teeny flowers to apply on my stems and projects, to using it like I'm using it right now. The wreath is not really a hard thing to make. It's just repetition. Using the left, right, and center directions all the way around. As you can see, it doesn't take very long to create to attach the branches all the way around. I do use a lot of glossy accents. Maybe more than you might like to use, but I like to be sure when I've gotten my branches attached that they're going to stay in place. So when I go to add flowers, ribbon, little teeny Christmas images, or whatever, that everything holds in place well. I like using the Martha Stewart branch punch when I'm having to use a lot of the branches. There are lots of beautiful different die sets that you can get as well. I have the Impression Obsession fir sprigs and pine sprigs. I think Memory Box has some different sizes of the branches that you can use. Actually, there's so many different die companies out there now that I don't even know how to keep up with all of the different branches. You can do this wreath in any size. I happen to pick this size because it's pretty for a card front, but I've made little mini wreaths to put on door fronts on the front of my cards, as well as windows. I think they just make such a cute addition to the cards. They're also very sweet added on to Christmas packages. I've made some precious Christmas tags with little mini wreaths. And as you can see, I said this before, but it's just a replication, going back and forth in the 3 directions, attaching your branches all the way around. It's not difficult. It's just a little time consuming, but as you see, it's not really too bad. I'm almost finished with this, and I'm only about 4 or 5 minutes in. I'm going a little quickly for this demonstration, and maybe I'm not getting my wreath quite as full as I normally would, putting everything as close together as I usually do, but just wanted to give you the general idea of how to assemble this by attaching your branches in the same fashion all the way around, left, right, and then center. When we get near the end, you're going to see that all I have to do is lift up the branches on the other side and tuck my final few branches in under to complete the full roundness of the wreath. I'm almost there now. Just have a few more to add. The little branches all stick together as they've popped out of the punch, and I have to keep separating them and get them in the right direction. We're coming very close, and you'll see that soon I'm going to lift up the branches on the other side where I started. There I go, lifting those up. You still use the same process, left, right, and center, until you get in all the way where you have the wreath completed and looking totally full and round. If your wreath isn't quite as full as you like it, don't be afraid to add additional branches. You can just lift up all the way around and stick any in wherever you'd like to have them to fill it in. Don't forget that you will have items that you're going to add, whether you're adding little teeny mini bows or a larger bow, maybe some poinsettias, little Christmas images, and when you add those into your wreath, you're going to be filling up space, and the wreath may not look as empty as you thought it might when you were finished originally with the wreath. I'm tucking in just another couple of branches here to finish. This is not a perfect wreath, but it's pretty good to show you quickly how to complete a wreath for your card front. I'm going around right now and lifting up the branches with my paper piercer just to make it look fuller, and after you add your items to the wreath, you can do the same thing again. Pull the little branches up around your bows or your images, and it will look full and complete. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and give this a try. Thank you.